Hey, this is Rosa, rcgkreations. How you doing? Bringing you a little baby mini haul. This one's from Deb's Deals. And here is her card information for those of you who would like to check her out and order from her. There's her stuff. And what I've gotten today here are these little, they're two different kinds, Floral Mixology Pina Colada by 49th and Market. There is the information on it. And then there's another one here, and this one's called Champagne. There's the information on that one. And as you can tell, Champagne's kind of a cream color, and then the Pina Colada is more of like a white color. But what's nice about when you do stick with white, number one, you get to have a smaller stash. Number two, you get to color these either with your alcohol markers or your spray paints that you have, if you have any. Okay, and then you can make them any color that you want or whatever your project is. So that means you don't have to store so many in your craft stash. Here I've made the, this is a happy birthday die. It's from Coconut Crafts. And there's the die. And here's some I already went ahead and pre-cut. They're sticking to each other there. There's the happy birthday ones. These are the single ones. And this is the same thing, but I glued two of them together because I wanted to show you the depth. See the difference when you do the two layers? So if you do 2 or 3 layers, see how it sticks out a little bit more? And what's nice about this also is when you do 2 or 3 layers, this is only 2 layers, okay? I went ahead and did 2 of these sets. And what's nice about that is, number one, you can actually see the difference in the thickness, which makes it, I think it makes it stand out a little bit more on the double layer than the single layer. And you can do it 3 layers too, you can do 4, whatever you want to do it, whatever your project is, okay? And again, I do this in white. That way I can pre-made a bunch of these, so that way, depending on what my project is, I can color these either with inks, using my brushes, or my sponges, either one. Color these with ink, or alcohol markers, or spray paints. Same thing, because this is, I cut this out of my cardstock, my Nina White 100-pound cardstock. So that gives a little bit of depth there to it. Okay, and then my next one here is, these are the art, what is this called? The Art of Britt Wilde. They're called Cloud Stencils. They're from Stampers Anonymous. And there's the information on them. There's the barcode. And the front of it, this is what it looks like. Okay. And this is the cloud itself. And then I went ahead and inked some on, and this is just plain copy paper. And just so I could see what the actual clouds look like. But I liked it with the way they did it on their sample. Like on here, here's the castle, but they stamped it on top of the cloud. And here's another one where they did only use some of the clouds, but I like it because it really looks like real clouds that you see in Mother Nature. And then the last one here that I've been wanting this set for the longest time. I was finally able to go ahead and get it. And these are the Lawn Fawn. They call them the slide over. And these are all sliders. So they make different lengths and different shapes for the sliders. Like this would be fun to put like a car going by, or a truck, or a little skateboarder, somebody on a bicycle. That would be fun. And then here's just a straight one. Like put a little flower and have it, or like a turtle or a little dog or whatever going by, and then you just put the slider on there. And there's all kind of way you can make sliders. What I like to do is I use these double-sided foam dots, and I'll put let me see, I have a penny right here in my little stash here. This is my little container that I keep track of my pennies. So you'll put one dot, and I double layer it, and you put it on both sides. But don't take the extra filament off because you're not done with it yet. Then you're going to cut your slider on your, let me get some paper right quick here. So here's the card front, and pretend this is the card base. So what you're going to do on your card front, wherever it is that you want, depending on where you want your slider to go to. So it just depends on your scenery and all that. So let's just pretend this is the scenery, and we're going to have somebody right in the middle. So we're going to have some little flowers, we're going to have a little hill, we're going to have some little trees, and then we're going to have a little person on a bicycle here, okay? So what you do is you get your penny, put 2 foam dots on one end, put the other 2 foam dots on the other two. They're stacked right on top of each other, so it gives it a little bit of depth, okay? And then you cut this out, and then you're going to stick this inside of that hole that you made for the slider piece, and then that's going to, when you tilt it, you're going to tilt it like this, and it's going to roll and slide. It's going to slide, the little die cut is going to slide from one end to the other. And you definitely want to do your die cut out of some real thick, not overly thick, but you want it sturdy. You definitely don't use that 65 pound or less of cardstock. Use something heavy like 100 or 110, because you need it to be able to bend. I mean, so you want it, you want it to be able to roll and slide on your slider. You want it to roll on your slider, okay? Now, some people do this too, is they use buttons, doing the same thing versus a penny. It's totally up to you. And you do that, and I definitely will be putting up a video on how to make all these sliders, because I really like sliders. They're a lot of fun. They're easy to do, but they're just a little time consuming because there's a lot of details to it, okay? And then what you do is, once you've cut it all this out, this is all designed, you're gonna, on the back, you're gonna put the double-sided foam, because you need it to raise up. So there's room for the penny to slide in between the card front and the card base. So you want to give yourself some depth, okay, when you're putting the two together, so the top card front is not touching the card base, only on the double-sided adhesive. So, but I'll definitely will put that in. So be on the lookout for these round ones. You definitely want these round ones versus the oval ones, because, or these little square ones. Your penny or your button, it slides, but it doesn't slide as smoothly as if when they're round, because the round just rolls and rolls around onto the inside of the slider. So try to get some of these for yourself, for your stash, if you want to get into making some sliders, okay? And that is the end of my craft haul. I thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and share. And we'll catch you at the next video. Bye-bye.